Being the 21st century, practically all of the automakers you are familiar with are switching to electric vehicles, and Fiat Panda is no exception. Fiat Panda is to launch a new next-generation all-electric vehicle, and its futuristic look may entice Americans to reconsider the brand. Could this be one of Tesla's most enticing rivals? Stay tuned as we close up the next-gen all-electric Fiat Panda. What new features will it introduce? Stay tuned and don't touch that dial. Let's begin by looking at the Fiat Panda's history. In 2020, the Panda turned 40, and to mark the occasion, we look back at its intriguing past to see how the design changed through time. Giorgetto Giugiaro created the first generation Panda I for Italdesign, which was released in 1980. The Roman goddess and patroness of travellers, Empanda, was honoured with the name Panda. The initial model had a 4-cylinder 903cc engine that produced 45 horsepower and a 4-speed manual gearbox to transmit the power to the front wheels. The Panda I cost £2,860 in the UK upon launch. 4 years later, Fiat unveiled the Panda 44 with a larger 965cc engine that produced 3 more horsepower, a 5-speed transmission, and a crawler function that was unique in the globe. A brand new Panda II was unveiled in 2003. Instead of the 3-door design, the company chose a 5-door hatchback body style with a more rounded exterior and a taller posture, which helped to establish further the vehicle's reputation as a quirky Fiat hatchback. It shared a platform called Fiat Mini with the 2nd generation Ford Ka, 2nd generation Fiat 500, and 3rd generation Lancia Y. 50 horsepower 1.1 litre and 60 horsepower 1.2 litre engines with 5-speed manual transmissions were available as powertrain options. The 1.2 litre engine was available with a dual-logic sequential transmission. Fun fact, Fiat unveiled the fast Panda 100 horsepower, a celebratory variant with a 1.4 litre engine and a 16-valve head after Italy won the 2006 FIFA World Cup. In 2012, Panda III was released. It stood in the middle of the 500 and the Punto. Squircles predominated its design. It had twin-air 0.9 litre engines with 85 horsepower and a 69 horsepower 1.2 litre engine. A 1.3 litre multi-jet diesel with 75 horsepower was also available. The following years saw the release of other variations, including Panda 4x4 and Trekking 2012, Panda Cross 4x4 2014, and Panda City Cross 2017. The newest member of the family is the Panda Hybrid. It was introduced in early 2020 and sports a belt-integrated starting motor paired with a 70 horsepower 1 litre engine, BISG. The current Fiat Panda, sold in Europe since 2012 and operating without a form modification, is being replaced by Stellantis. The Panda belongs to the A segment, which is struggling to survive in Europe due to what manufacturers view as excessive regulation in safety and emissions, dramatically raising prices. Total electrification appears to be a given for the next Pandas. Let's start by examining the information that was verified. Fiat CEO Olivier Francois discussed his company's plans for a zero-emission Panda crossover in an interview with Auto Express in 2020. The simple, less expensive Centoventi, which is heavily Panda-inspired, has a bright future, in his opinion, he claimed. Auto Express said that Francois had confirmed the introduction of a brand new Panda by the end of September 2021. According to the CEO of Fiat, mentioned in the British publication, the business has discovered a means to create the new Panda. Francois disclosed that starting in 2023, the automaker, with its headquarters in Turin, will introduce a new model yearly. Now that a next-generation car has been established, let's examine its design. Francois reportedly predicted that the Fiat Panda would eventually comprise a family of cars in an Autocar article from April 4, 2022. There will also be various smaller and larger hatchback crossover cars with the Panda DNA and the next-generation Panda. According to the Autocar article, 4 future Fiat cars designed have been approved. At least 2 of the models will feature looks that are quite similar to the Centoventi concept. The Centoventi idea is called CC4, City Car 4, where the 4 represents the 4th generation of the Panda. Fiat stated that it was striving to produce the electric Panda when showcasing the concept because doing otherwise would result in it incurring significant regulatory fines for missing forthcoming CO2 objectives. On the same basis as the 500 electric, the business produced the Centoventi idea. The extra batteries were mounted beneath the floor of the Centoventi concept car. The production vehicle's service network would handle this, according to Fiat, making installation and removal very simple. The Fiat electric car also had a second battery under the seat, which the manufacturer said could be unplugged and charged at the owner's house. A specialised platform would be necessary for a modular battery system, which we don't see as being covered by Stellantis' new plan. Let's now examine the car's technical details. The fourth generation Fiat Panda will share a platform with the fourth generation Citroën C3 for the European market, according to a report from L'Argus. It's reasonable to presume that it's talking to the second generation eCMP platform, which supports the Jeep Avenger unveiled in September 2022. According to the French publication Source, the Fiat Panda Electric will be Citroën C3 Electric's technical relative. Therefore, the former might have the same motors and battery packs. As a point of reference, the Citroën vehicle is expected to come in two different variations: a base version with a 60 kilowatt motor and a 40 kilowatt hour battery pack, and a luxury version with an 80 kilowatt motor and a 50 kilowatt battery pack. A WLTP range of up to 400 kilometers might be achieved with the 50 kilowatt hour battery pack, 249 miles. Now let's examine some of the features. The interior of the upcoming Fiat Panda should be entirely revamped with a chic dashboard and notably fewer tactile controls. Expect a huge touchscreen infotainment system with a wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto and OTA updates, along with a fully digital instrument cluster. The Fiat Panda EV may receive the entry-level model of the breakthrough digital cockpits that Stellantis and Foxconn are creating through their new joint venture, Mobile Drive, based in the Netherlands. The development of infotainment, telematics and cloud service platform will fall under the purview of the new IT division. 5G connectivity, AI-powered apps, improved OTA services, e-commerce possibilities, and smart cockpit integrations should all be part of its software advances. When will this vehicle's production start? According to reports, construction of the new Fiat Panda, the first ever Fiat Panda Electric, will start in the latter half of 2024. On April 28, 2022, Stellantis declared its intention to build a new electric vehicle platform at its Kragujevac plant in Serbia and start producing an as-yet unnamed replacement for the Fiat 500L based on it in the middle of 2024. Carlos Tavares, CEO of one of the companies, said that the new platform for electric vehicles will precisely match the products in the A, B and C categories and will strengthen our brand's efficient and clean urban mobility solutions. The Kragujevac factory will be in charge of producing the new Panda, according to a story in L'Argus on September 23, 2022. According to the report, the first Panda Electric will be introduced by the end of 2024. The Panda Electric will probably be the second electric vehicle produced at the Serbian manufacturing facility, where only the 500L is now produced. Federazione Impiegati Operai Metallurgici, the Federation of Metalworker Employees, reported that Stellantis had internally confirmed on September 20, 2022 that the third generation Panda will continue to be produced until 2026. Because of this, there will be two versions of the Panda, one powered by gasoline and one by electricity, letting clients select the one that best matches their needs. Customers who live in cities where electric vehicles aren't currently practicable will benefit most from the gasoline-powered Pandas. In contrast, those who reside in places with more convenient access to charging stations will benefit most from pure electric variants. 98% of cars should be available by 2025 with a plug-in hybrid or all-electric powertrain, according to Stellantis, the parent company of Fiat. The brand new STLA small platform, a member of the new STLA platform family created for A, B and cheap C segment electric cars, will be unveiled in 2026. By 2030, Stellantis wants to sell only all-electric cars in Europe and 50% of them in the United States. By the decade's end, it intends to increase global annual EV sales to 5 million units and increase its EV lineup to more than 75 models. Let's now examine the Fiat Panda's future. According to Francois, Fiat plans to switch to all-electric vehicles between 2025 and 2030. Following the falling prices of their batteries, Francois claimed that it is the Italian automaker's responsibility to provide electric cars as soon as possible at prices comparable to or lower than those of internal combustion engine vehicles. Later on July 8, 2021, at the Stellantis EV Day 2021, Francois alleged that Fiat had prepared an EV offensive starting in 2023. He claimed that starting in 2023 and continuing through 2024, there will be an unprecedented push for electric vehicles across the board, with Abarth converting to full BEV in the same year. Fiat only intends to sell electric vehicles someday, but it won't until EV prices are comparable to those of ICE cars. What do you think of the all-electric Fiat Panda of the next generation? Please tell us in the comments section. That being said, we get to the end of our video. Thanks a bunch for watching and stay tuned for more. Be sure to check out the videos being displayed on your screen. Until the following video, peace, I am out.